At just 20 years old, Moses Itoma is being called the future of heavyweight boxing. Already undefeated, already feared, and already producing highlight reel knockouts, many believe he's destined to become a world champion sooner than later. And against veteran Dillian Whyte, the most experienced opponent of his career, Itoma delivered the kind of statement that makes the boxing world stop and take notice. Moses Itoma absolutely destroyed Dillian Whyte and proved the hype is real, and he's absolutely set his sights on the heavyweight throne. Itoma was a boxing prodigy from the start. As an amateur, he racked up multiple national titles and sparred top-level pros while still a teenager. By the time he turned professional, insiders were already calling him Britain's next heavyweight superstar. His 6-foot southpaw with explosive speed and power, Itoma brought a style that reminded many of young Mike Tyson, and though he narrowly missed the chance to break Tyson's record as the youngest heavyweight champion in history, his professional career has been nothing short of spectacular. Entering the fight with Whyte, Itoma's record stood at 12-0 with 10 knockouts. He had destroyed opponents with ease, most recently Mike Balogun, whom he dropped 3 times in 2 rounds in Glasgow. And his performance has pretty much earned him the #1 heavyweight ranking in the WBO and a reputation as most dangerous young fighter in the division. But standing in his way was Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. At 37, Whyte had been through wars with the best heavyweights in the world: Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Alexander Povkin, with a career record of 31 wins, 3 losses, and within those wins, 21 knockouts. Whyte had beaten former champions and top contenders, earning a reputation as one of the toughest men in the division. After being knocked out by Tyson Fury in his lone world title shot back in 2022, with inactivity due to injuries and failed tests, Whyte entered this fight on a downside in his career. The question was clear: did Itoma have what it takes to finish the job? From the opening bell, Itoma made his intentions known. His jab was sharp, quick, and accurate, snapping Whyte's head back as he established range. The young southpaw didn't just aim for the head though, he dug into Whyte's body with vicious left hands. Whyte tried to return fire, pushing down on his own with his jab, but he looked slow and stiff compared to the lightning fast Itoma. Within minutes, Itoma had taken control. Then came the moment. A perfectly timed left hand to the body sent shockwaves through Whyte. His legs buckled and he stumbled back onto the ropes. Itoma smelled blood, pounced with a furious combination, right hooks upstairs, more shots to the body, and a crushing right hand that floored Whyte. The referee had no choice. The fight was over in the very first round. It was a stunning victory, honestly speaking, one that put the entire division on notice. Itoma's record improved to 13 wins and 0 losses with 11 knockouts, and he had just dismantled one of Britain's most experienced heavyweights with ease. Some boxing fans hailed him as the heir apparent in boxing, while others are warning that he hasn't really faced the elite. But one thing is for sure, Moses Itoma is for real. Meanwhile, for Dillian Whyte, the loss raises questions. At 37 with miles on the clock, his days as a top contender is just numbered. In fact, let's just forget about that. Now, the question is, what's next for Moses Itoma? He's already WBO's #1 contender, and with his defeat against Dillian Whyte, he is the WBO Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. So the question is, who should Moses Itoma fight next? Should he face another test with someone like Derek Chisora, which in my opinion would probably give him a tougher fight, would go at least past 1 round? Or should we just throw him into the fire, face someone like Joseph Parker, Zhang, or Caballero? You know, I don't know. What should he do next? Definitely not facing Usyk. I think that is way too premature. Fighting Joseph Parker is arguably premature as well, but I think he has proven that he can stand with these guys. But what type of fight puts him within touching distance of a world title shot with Alexander Usyk, the undisputed champion, hinting at retirement? Itoma's path to gold may open up very soon, honestly speaking. But before that, he needs one more big test, in my opinion. 2 names that stood out was Age Caballero and Joseph Parker. Caballero is undefeated, a dangerous and durable fighter who just knocked out Frank Sanchez. He's been a solid step up. He would be a solid step up for Itoma, but the bigger statement will be against Parker. Parker, a former world champion, has been in the ring with the very best and has always proven people wrong. Guy has fought the best: Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Beating Joseph Parker would prove that Itama belongs at the very top of the division, and more importantly, it could set up the ultimate showdown with Alexander Usyk before the Ukrainian legend retires. But for now, I think everyone can acknowledge that Moses Itama has officially arrived. At just 20 years old, he is already taking out legends, climbing the rankings, and chasing a world title. The question now is, when is it gonna happen? Should Itama fight Joseph Parker next, or would Caballero be a smarter choice, or should he face another tune-up, in my opinion, someone like Derek Chisora? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you're buying the hype and if it's too early to be comparing to someone like Mike Tyson, and who should he face next? Don't forget to like this video if you liked the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new if you want more videos like this. I'll see you guys on the next one.